What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Next Gen 720, and I am back with another video. Thank you guys for all your well wishes and prayers. The surgery was a success. I got to change my back. I got a few staples, a few stitches. You know what I mean? But thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you. Also too, I'd like to give a big shout out to my brothers. From Big Gamer Small Talk Podcast, Mooch, Worry, Showstopper, Crap Gamer, they nailed an awesome interview from the creators from iDark. I wasn't able to be a part of it. Like I said, I was still a little under the weather. If you haven't checked out the interview, go by Crap's channel. Like I said, it's an awesome thing. Like I said, man, I'm very proud of those guys. I'm very proud of what we established. I had a thought in my head, that to bring some gamers from all walks of life. The only thing we have in common is gaming, and the show is very organic. Nothing's planned, nothing's scripted. What you see is what you get live. We don't pre-record. What you see is what you get. We just being there having a great time, and we have great chemistry, and I thank you guys for supporting all that we do. Now, with that being said, you see the title of the video here. And it's not just me. Now, I may have been more vocal about it, about Nintendo and their practices, but PewDiePie, the biggest YouTuber. But anyway, it says here, leading YouTuber PewDiePie has hit out at Nintendo, takes a cut, for his plans to take a cut of their advertising streams from Let's Play. If you didn't know, if you load up some gameplay of any Nintendo games, Nintendo claims your AdSense. And if you don't know, AdSense is how us YouTubers get paid. Some of this is how we make a living. And if you upload any voiceovers, in the background, Nintendo's going to take the AdSense from your video. Now, your video could be about, London Bridge is falling down. Okay, well, play. Daddy's working right now. It can be about, all right, go put it down a little bit of rest. It can be about London Bridge is falling down, but if you have a Nintendo game playing in the background, Nintendo's going to claim your AdSense, and I don't think that's fair. But anyway, let's see what PewDiePie has to say about this. It says here, he's lashing out at their new program that they have. Now the company has rolled out a compromise. Let me start back. It says most game companies allow footage of their games to appear online without any overt restriction, viewing the content as useful promotion. Back in 2013, Nintendo demanded advertising revenue from YouTubers who created content based on their game. Some decided to cease covering Nintendo games altogether. That's why you don't see too many Nintendo games, Well, like I said, I don't see Nintendo games. Well, here's my opinion, why you don't see Nintendo doesn't have that strong of a presence now anymore on YouTube. You know what I mean? And I'm going to get to that in a minute, because if you didn't know, YouTube is the most populous place for video games. Advertisement, you got some of the biggest prime example, you got PewDiePie. He was searched more than Eminem and Miley Cyrus here on YouTube. Okay, go get your juice, go sit down. He has over 30 million subscribers. You understand what I'm saying? People watch him play video games in the millions. But anyway, what Nintendo, but even take a little guy such as myself here. How many of you guys have told me Next Gen, I'm going to pick up NBA 2K15 just to play with you. I'm going to get Killer Instinct just to play with you. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, that's a game sold. It's free advertisement. How many of you guys have came to me and said, no, Next Gen, the features of the Xbox, well, I didn't know we could do that. Thank you, I'm going out to get me an Xbox One. Yeah, I get that every day on my end. But, man, it was because of you at the E3. Man, you're right. I get that all the time. You know what I mean? And Nintendo does not get this. They don't. And they wonder why the Wii U is their worst-selling console of all time. I'm going to come to that in a minute. But anyway, he says here that, it says, Nintendo's coming up with a compromise that they're willing to share. If you enroll in their program, they're willing to share some of the AdSense with you. Now, mind you, we're talking about pennies. We're literally talking about pennies. Now, somebody that barely gets 300 views on YouTube or per video, and he's a big Nintendo fan, he loves Mario Kart 8, and you're gonna take half of that, man. So come on, AdSense, like, come on, man. Most people, like I said, a lot of YouTubers use this little bit of YouTube money to buy their games, to have content on their channel, and Nintendo wants to take half of that. Like, you understand what I'm saying? It's wrong. I don't care if it was Microsoft or Sony was doing it. It's wrong. This is my channel. I took the time to go out and took the time. I'm sorry, to put this content together, the audio, the review it, and you're gonna take half of my money of my creation. Listen, I went out and bought your game. Now, in Nintendo's mind, they think by someone seeing their game online, it's like they're stealing it and that they're playing it for themselves. You know what I mean? That person's not gonna go. They're not gonna go out and play it because they've seen someone else playing it. Prime example. Back in the day, somebody come to your house, hey, let me get you past this part. You know what I mean? Even though you might be stuck, you still want to do it yourself. You still want to experience yourself. You can see someone play it 1,000 times, but you want to experience it yourself. Sit down and do it yourself. Try. Sit down at the table, do it yourself. You know what I mean? Okay, there you go. Sit down, champ. You want to experience yourself, and Nintendo does not get that. And you wonder why great games like Bayonetta 2 didn't sell well, and it's not selling well. Why? Because it's not being advertised here on YouTube. But a lot of people come to YouTube to get the reviews of games. Look, let me put this like this. You guys know I love Sunset Overdrive. Great game. Completed it. I loved it. Loved the indie. I loved the humor. And I told you guys to go out. But if Microsoft didn't allow me to put up footage from, no matter how much I love the game, I would not support it. I would not advertise it on my channel. I wouldn't. That's wrong. Now, here it is. Like, Nintendo, they just don't get it. They just being left behind. Now, here, I done went out and bought this kitty-ass game, man. You gonna tell me what I can do? Or like, that's wrong, man. Like, Nintendo does not get it. Like, they do not get it, and that's why they're getting the shit stomped out of them. They getting the stuffing kicked out of them. The Wii U's been out over 2 years and has only shipped 9.2 million units. You know what I mean? But anyway, back to what he says with PewDiePie. He says here, PewDiePie said that many of today's most popular games have benefited immensely from exposure on YouTube, citing Minecraft as an example. He said that Nintendo, says tricksters, would not make much of a difference to him, but a slap in the face to smaller channels, like I said. And Nintendo enthusiasts and smaller companies are already offering a simple path to welcome YouTube personalities. With just so many games out there to play, Nintendo games just went to the bottom of my list. So he's saying he's not going to, he's not going to be advertised. Like, look, prime example, this is a huge YouTuber. This is people pay him to market their stuff. He has an immense following, but that is wrong. Don't get me wrong. You have a lot of pro YouTube, Nintendo YouTube channels out there. You know what I mean? But you mostly see them blog sitting down talking, in front of the screen. You know what I mean? If you're a serious I'm just being real. A lot of them, like, it was a prime example. You look at Trey. He's a Nintendo dude. But when Chocolate Trey give you his gameplay, he uses his cell phone. You know what I mean? But he doesn't have any Nintendo gameplay up on his channel. And he's a Nintendo, and he's a Wii U. I'm saying he's a Nintendo dude. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I don't care if it was Sony, Microsoft. I don't care. Right is wrong is wrong. You know what I mean? Like I said, and you wonder, like I said, YouTube, like I said, I stumbled upon this community and I didn't even know it was as big. A lot of people come to YouTube to get their opinions of games, see how it looks. You know what I mean? Like, damn, whatever the case may be. Or even your favorite YouTuber, Like I said, I don't support this. I think it's wrong. Nintendo needs to stop. And like I said, this is why they're getting their teeth kicked in this generation. That's why, like I said, the Wii U doesn't have any really, support here on YouTube. There's nobody putting up Let's Plays of Wii U games, really. Because why? Nintendo, because they want to take your assets. Like, people take their time in doing this, man. Let's say you may not see a clip of Bayonetta 2 or whatever. I'm talking about the Let's Play with your favorite character sitting down really going through the game. You don't have too many of that here. You know what I mean? Like I said, YouTube. So Wii U doesn't really have that strong of a footing here on YouTube. And YouTube is huge. huge. You know what I mean? Huge. You know, Microsoft and Sony, these video game companies are advertising their games more here on YouTube than they are on TV. They are in magazines. You know what I mean? But anyway, all right, go sit down. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think Nintendo was wrong for this? Or do you think they're right? You know, let me know what you think. Like I said, I'm with PewDiePie on this. I think they're wrong, and Nintendo needs to stop. You know, like I said, we're talking about pennies here, man. You know, really talking. Especially, this hurts the smaller YouTubers. Especially if you're a pro Nintendo channel. Like I said, I know a lot of people, personally, that, you know, when I first started doing this, taking this stuff seriously, stop covering, stop, you know, putting them Nintendo gameplay. And they like Nintendo. You know what I mean? But hey, that's not fair. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And again, thank you for your well wishes and support. I'm out of here. And I got more. I got more videos for today. So after you watch this, come right back. I have another one up for you guys. Bang, bang.